Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nittany Draws. I'm Nittany, and today we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour. This is my very first sketchbook that I ever had. I got it from Meyer when I was in middle school. I think I was in 6th grade. My very best friend in the entire world had another sketchbook, and we worked together and we filled our sketchbooks and passed them back and forth, and it was a lot of fun. And there are a lot of characters in here that we had fun with that were our own characters that were kind of silly, but it was the early 2000s, so we were really inspired by Toonami, we were really inspired by Bob, and we were inspired by Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and so it was a lot of fun. I labeled all the colors on the front of this. I'm not really sure why I did that. And it was like Crayola was crossed out and it says chicken book on the front of it. And there's a weird little drawing of a chicken. So this first page here, this is Nikki and Cora. They were my OCs back in the day. They were characters from a Gundam Wing story that we were writing together. This is Lynn. She is one of my best friend's OCs, and we were really into Japanese culture and how to draw manga books. So this is what came of that. She was an alien who came here with Nikki, and they floated off in space, and they were here to kill someone. I can't remember who. This is Nikki again, and I used that how to draw manga book to get the character drawn, and that's how I learned how to draw all my characters back then. This was another attempt at anime character, but I wanted to do someone with no bangs, and back then there wasn't a whole lot of characters that didn't have bangs. I remember this character was influenced by the character from Outlaw Star called Asia Clan Clan, and that was, I'm not sure. I don't know. A random little comic that we did. The two characters there, that's Nikki and Lynn. And then Kogeru, I think, but I'm not sure because that would cross over universes. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. There's a couple of different characters from one story and then a couple of characters from another. So probably in class we were drawing this. I'm sorry, my dog is walking around in the background. We were obsessed with Gundam Wing. This is obviously a what is it called? Where you copy over the top of it. Not sketch, but trace. There we go. This one was too, although I wouldn't admit to it back when I was a kid. I would be like, no, I totally drew this myself. I don't know what you're talking about. That's totally super bad. Don't ever do that. Don't ever trace something and then claim it's yours, because that's super awful. This was my first attempt at lipstick. Oh my god. It's so cute. Wow. And my signature is huge. It's almost bigger than the actual picture that I drew. It's Sailor Nikki. I was really into Sailor Moon as a kid, and so I turned everybody into a chibi Sailor Scout at some point. Like everyone. Like my mom was a chibi Sailor Scout at one point. This is just a random head, and this is a problem that I run into a lot in my sketchbooks now, is that I don't finish a lot of my drawings. So it'll be like a random sketch, and it'll turn out a little wonky somehow, and then I just won't ever finish it. And I am kind of working on this, but it's been a difficult climb for me. This was a drawing that I did based off of what was in a how to draw manga book about Washu, and I have a distinct memory of this where it says Wasu, not Washu in the corner, and I couldn't, I had terrible handwriting, so I had written it so legible that I didn't want to go back and rewrite it, even though I had spelled it wrong. So I just left it that way for, 15 years now. That is a drawing of Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo. This is Lynn. That's that same OC from before. she was a very tomboyish character, so putting her hair in pigtails or dressing her up in a pretty dress would have been really out of character, and which is why I drew her that way, because we were passing it back and forth and it was a joke between friends. This is Nikki as if she were a Super Saiyan, which I think this whole story thing started off as a fan fiction of Dragon Ball Z, but then went in its totally other direction. This was Lynn, but dressed up in outfits that I found online on a doll creator, and my friend was just so mad at me for putting her in that. This is the first drawing I remember doing of Shine. Shine was our fairy princess character, and she was the leader of the pack, and she was really mean. Apparently, geometry was absolutely not ever happening at that point in my life. I could have used a ruler for sure. This is during the time of the Avril Lavigne stage of everyone, so we were looking at things, and we called people prep, and we meant it. So that's what that says on here. It says, that's a prep, pretty but no brains. I never said I was a nice child. I was a really mean kid, and don't be like that. Don't do it. I don't know what this is, but I do recognize that shirt because everybody was wearing those shirts at that time. The little cutout shirt that had the tie on the top of it to like give you a little shot of cleavage, but you were still super adorable. But I don't know. It was weird. I was trying to draw a Bob. It wasn't going well. This started off as fan art of Troa from Gundam Wing, and then I put boobs on him, and then, I don't know, it just spiraled out of control. This is so bad. Oh my god, these are so bad. I don't even know who these characters are. Like, for real, these are just really, really bad. I feel bad showing these, but I'm glad that I'm showing them because you guys get to all look at it. This is Troa from Gundam Wing again. I don't know why I drew him so much because I didn't even like him. He's in his clown makeup. I don't know why I drew him so much though, because I didn't really like him. Why is the camera moving? Then this is Nikki again. This is Cora and Damien. Cora's head is huge. This was my first attempt at shading. Up to this point, I had never used color on a full drawing before, and I'd also never used shading, and I'd never inked anything. So this was a lot of fun, and this is the end of the sketchbook. I was so nervous to show this to you guys because it's hard to show people your flaws, but I think it's also important, and I hope that you guys can really learn from this and see that you can learn a lot and change a lot over the years, and you're not stuck in one thing. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you loved it. If you hated it, leave a comment in the comment section and tell me why. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.